This is PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor, looking globally at the periscope of the latest situations amid the COVID-19 pandemic. PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor. Mga kababayang walang kaba, magandang panonood po sa inyo lahat. Minsan pa pong sumasempapawid ang PHLV Radio The Monitor na nagbubuhat po naman sa Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. And Nevada is ready to lead America because Nevada is strong and getting stronger. Niyenig po tayo ng buong mundo nitong mapinsalang virus ng COVID-19. At kami po sa PHLV Radio Las Vegas Monitor ay maghatid po sa inyo ng mga situationer. And hindi po hindi natin na magpapakailangan. Isa po naman sa mga International League of Broadcasters member ay ang pinakamagaling, pinakamabait at saka kilalang broadcaster po sa buong Pilipinas. DZMM Manila, GMA 7 Manila, and siya po ay nanggagaling sa Davao City, DXRP. And ewan ko kung before RP, anong ginagawa ng ating, nagawa ng ating panauhin for today. Dito po naman sa PHLV Radio The Monitor. Mga kaibigan, mga higala, mga Bisaya, mga kaibigan po naman sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, please welcome our guest for today sa The Monitor, Mr. Jay Sonsa. Jay?
Thank you very much, Rex. Magandang araw po sa lahat ng inaabot ng pagsasayin papawid na ito via digital area. Kupoy isang retiradong mamamahayag. Nagamat retirado, patuloy pa rin na nagmamanman sa takbo at galaw ng ating pamayanan. Rex.
Narinig kita, Jay Sonsa. Mga kaibigan, dito po naman sa ating palatuntunang The Monitor, para po naman sa mga kababayan pong walang kaba, gusto po namin malaan from Jay Sonsa, from his area of responsibility, na siya po naman ay nakatalaga ngayon sa Bansalan, Davao del Sur. Anong observation mo, Jay? Go ahead.
Well, para sa kabatiran nating mga kababayan, lalo na po galing ng Mindanao, may buntag dahil kaninyong tanan. So far, ang Davao region is blessed dahil hindi po tayo masyadong naapektuhan ng pandemic. While we had a couple of deaths and a few dozen of confirmed cases, sila Dr. Bong Vega ng Southern Philippine ng Davao Regional Medical Center sa Tago, doing the utmost best to arrest the problem, the pandemic. And luckily, dahil na rin disiplinado ang mga Davaoenyo, ay napipigilan po ang paglaganap ng naturang virus dito sa dakong ito ng Pilipinas. Perhaps we would say na pinaka-strictong quarantine measure siguro ang napapatupad dito sa Davao area. But over and above that, I think this can be attributed jointly sa discipline, cooperation, and the medical attention given to with this path by our health providers, both public and private. Yan ang sitwasyon dito sa Davao region. However, sa bandang Luzon, especially sa National Capital Region, we observe dati over the last 2 weeks medyo nag-spike yung confirmed cases. We have broken the 6,000 mark at malapit na tayo din sa 7,000 mark ng kaso.
Mm.
Although ang maganda rito, Rex, ay tumataas yung bilang ng nakaka-recover.
Mm.
Double the amount of people who die, no?
Mm.
As a result of the COVID. Incidentally, Rex, no? Para sa kabatiran ng mga Pilipino nandyan sa mainland, including that of Hawaii, ng mga Pilipino, and elsewhere in the world, yung dating senador na si Gerson Alvarez ay sumakad ng buhay. No? He fought hard against the virus. Unfortunately, he lost the battle. No? Yung asawa naman niya ay nasa intubated pa rin sa isa sa mga pagamutan sa Metro Manila. Isa sa mga nagpapalaganap ng arts and culture, no? Yung kanyang ay still battling COVID-19 Rex.
Kasabay, noong panahon na kabataan natin, si Gerson Alvarez ay natatandaan ko pa na kasabay mo. Kasabay natin sa mga activities sa Metro Manila.
Correct. Isa siya sa mga active noon pa. May dinauna ng konti sa atin siguro, may by a few years. They were active doon sa Patterson sa UP. And then nagtuloy-tuloy sa kanyang pagiging state parliamentarian. And for a while, he also got involved with the Light of Fire movement, no?
Light of Fire.
In other words, talagang aktivista ito.
Yeah.
Although ang nakakalungkot nga because when he became a member of the Senate, we were together in several international forum on saving the earth, no? Kaso lang, mahirap na kalaban pala itong COVID-19, right? Wala kang kalaban-laban kahit gaano ka katapang, kahit pinagdaanan mo na yung lahat ng hirap sa mundo, nakayanan mo yung mga challenges. Dito, walang sino kaya dito sa Davao, yan ang palaging sinasabi ng ating butihing mayor na kapag hindi tayo sumunod sa social distancing at sa quarantine measures, maganda ka nang mamatay. Kasi talagang dalawa lang pagpipilian mo rito. Either you survive, tema rito, I don't know if it's true in the United States, Rex, no? Dito kasi ang napapansin natin, pag na-intubate ka, ang chances of survival mo is very low.
Okay.
Yes, Rex.
But in the case of yung mga nasa farm like where you are now sa Bansalan, between Bansalan boundary of Matanao, maraming pagkain dyan na pwedeng maiwasan at magkaroon ng gamot yung against COVID-19 kasi alam natin mga farmer kumakain talaga ng gulay like ampalaya and different kinds of mga lagutmon in Cebuano. Go ahead, Jay.
Correct. Agri noon, Rex, no? Wa man ko'y nakitaan nga hinungdan nga magutom ang tao basta magpugi lang, no? Gawas niya na, I think ang Bisaya taas o resistensya, mayo ang iyang immune system ba?
Mais.
Gawas siya nagkaon ni ginamot, kaon mais, kaon malunggay. I think we are blessed, no? Ang Ginoo nagpaduyo ka na ito sa kanunay. Isang tuod o dili kayo sa kuan ba, kining religyoso nga pagkatao. Pero kuan, mauna gyapon na. Dili na mausab ni kay there are plans niya at nga to visit sa kuan, sa Mindanao, pero gusto na ito masiguro. Mga nang tuko ganun si Presidente, kaya kasi di na siya palandingon kaya ang anak sa Davao City kay ingon sa sugo ka o ka ng kuan. No flight, niya ikaw landing rin. Pag hilong kaya lang sa Manila.
Why don't you translate that in Kapampangan and Ilocano because our most of our audience 70% or 65% nasa Luzon. Go ahead, Jay.
Ah, Juan, nakakaintindi naman Tagalog. Pero, may kwento ko lang sa iyo, Rex, no? Sa
Mm.
Pampanga, iba ang
Mm.
ginagawa doon pagka nag-violate ka sa quarantine law.
Yeah.
Ginagawa nila, imbis na bilanggo,
Mm.
pinagtatanim sila.
Nagtatanim.
Kaya tapong kabalenta mo, rin ang mga sa buntok. Gagawang biro isang para kapuling talagang mga baruglet.
Mm. Mm.
Pumalyarin yung masikap na munang-muna, anak niya pa yung gobernador ka rin, matapang niya naman.
Mm. Mm.
Matalese naman din tao. Besides, we have good facilities. Although unfortunate, Rex, no, kasi yung head ng public health doon, yung
Mm.
regional director, regional director ng Department of Health, isa sa mga na-disgrasya ng COVID.
Mm.
Kasi nga, pagamat nakakahiyaman,
Mm.
noong umpisa kasi na pumutok yung COVID
Mm.
pandemic,
Mm.
medyo makupad yung namumuno sa Department of Health.
Right.
Francisco Duque.
Si Mr. D.
Hindi niya kaagad na-distribute yung mga PPE
Mm.
sa mga health workers. So,
Mm.
that is why, as of now, we have almost 800 doctors and nurses
Mm.
who are confirmed COVID infected.
Mm.
Dahil, siyempre, dumating yung mga pasyente, nasikaso nila.
Mm.
Unfortunately, hindi sapat yung kanilang, alam mo naman, galing Pilipino, pwede pa isuot ito, yung gano'n,
Mm.
dapat na kasi pagkakamit na leather, dispose, palit ng bago.
Mm.
Unfortunately, mahirap tayong bansa,
Mm.
but, siyempre, in the order of priorities ng kung saan ka mambili, kahit may pambili ka,
Mm.
unahin siyempre nila yung mga malalaking order tulad ng Europe, ng Amerika.
Mm.
But ngayon, medyo ang kagandahan lang sa atin, meron tayong ugali na bayanihan. You won't believe it, Rex, but yung almost Iloilo, Davao, Cebu, and sa mga urban centers ng Pilipinas, yung mga fashion designers, ang contribution nila, they design and produce PPEs, no? And donated this to our healthcare providers. Kaya makikita mo, we have the most colorful personal protection equipment. Yung mga damit nila, iba-ibang kulay. Kaya makikita mo yung sa Facebook na nilalagay nila. Yan ang ngayon, ang debate na lang ngayon, dito ngayon, whether to, anong tawag nito, kung paano i-lift yung quarantine, no? Kasi nga we have also to consider na kailangan kumita rin ng tao. Pero tinitingnan natin yung experience ng Singapore na maaga nilang na-arrest, pagkatapos nag-all out agad sila. Ngayon, they have more cases than us. Dati halos mag-0-0 sila eh. Ngayon, number 1 sila sa buong ASEAN sa dami ng pasyente. So, yun ang isa sa mga matamang pinag-aaralan. And one thing good also, may balita ko na rin sa iyo, na kagabi, ang presidente, practically the whole night, lahat ng magagaling na epidemiology, virology, microbiology, mga dating namuno sa Department of Health at mga namumuno sa mga medical societies. Sinatawag niya. Pinausap niya. And they wanted to find out ano ang magandang solution because we cannot rely on assistance from other countries. We have to, besides, nakakalungkot nga lang, halos lahat ng mga magagaling na anong tawag nito, mga doktor, mga microbiologist sa Pilipino, napapirate ng mga ibang bansa dahil sa napakababa ng
sweldo.
Rito, katulad ng yung mga nasa NASA, nasa CDC ng Amerika ng mga Pilipino microbiologist. Talagang yung masising umalis, no? Dahil pagka rito, sumusweldo ka ng 20,000, 30,000, tapos operan ka ng $10,000 per week. Diyan sa Amerika,
Mm.
wala talaga. Iiwanan mo.
Anyway, mga kaibigan, patuloy pong nagliliyab ang The Monitor ng PHLV Radio Las Vegas, Nevada. Sa mga nahuli po na nanonood, ang guest po natin sa International League of Broadcasters. Ito po ang sinasabing mga veterano po sa broadcast industry, Jay Sonsa. And naalala po nyo yung mga programa ng DZMM, Melan J, at iba't iba pang mga programa na binigyan po naman ng buhay ng ating kaibigang si Jay Sonsa, na ngayon po ay sabi nga niya, reterado na ako, Rex, reterado. But still, nagliliyab pa rin ang panauhin natin sa ating po naman palatuntunang The Monitor ng PHLB Radio. Dumadagundong pa rin at nagliliyab at nagmamayagpag si Jay Sonsa on the air. Mga kaibigan, gusto lang po naming itanong kay Kuya Jay Sonsa kung ano ang sitwasyon ng politics sa Pilipinas kung hindi po nyo i-misinterpret. Kasi alam niyo naman na ang Pilipinas hanggang sa ngayon ay active sa mga political issues at mga developments. Kuya Jay, go ahead.
Yes, Rex. Bago tayo dumako dyan sa panig na yan, gusto ko lang munang bigyan kayo ng update. Kung hindi pa nababalitaan ng iba, nagkaroon po ng matulugong sagupaan sa Sulu and Basilan area between
Patikol.
our government forces sa Patikol. Between the Armed Forces of the Philippines at saka ng Abu Sayyaf AFP. Nalagatan nga po ng 11 sundalo, including a very young First Lieutenant.
That's
at
sad.
saka nga po ang sugatan. No? Kahapon, in response dito sa attack na ito, ay nispot ng Philippine Air Force ang lahat ng Cobra helicopter attack helicopter dyan po sa area ng Sulu para matulungan yung ground forces. And from the initial reports that we are getting, there are over 20 ASD members who perished in the initial confrontation kahapon. So, yan. Alam mo, tatlo ang hinaharap na malaking problema ng bansa, no? Kaya mahirap maging presidente dito sa Pilipinas.
Mahirap.
Unang-una, meron kang Abu Sayyaf. Tapos, meron ka pang NPA. Tapos, nasa gitna pa tayo ng COVID pandemic. Nakikisabay pa itong mga tinamaan ng Buenos na ito. Kaya, there was even talks kahapon and the last 40 hours of mo mga tao, ang hinihingi nila sa gobyerno, mag-declare ng martial law dahil para matapos na ito, one and for all, no? Kasi, nasaan ka naman nakakita, NPA, lulusubi ng isang barangay na nakawin yung kanilang mga relief food at supply.
Right.
Pagkatapos, anong tawag nito, anong tawag niya, hold upin yung social amelioration funds.
Amelioration, yeah.
Wala eh. Tsaka abuse, hindi na maganda, hindi na makatao. I don't think this will do good to them, no? Kasi wala, sino pa susuporta sa kanila pag ganyan ang ginagawa nila. But speaking of politics, dito masaya ang Pilipinas. Kasi dito mula makikita, 4 na taon na nakakaraan, hindi pa rin matanggap ng political opposition na natalo sila.
Correct.
So, hanggang ngayon, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung kanilang pangarap na mapapaalis nila sa pwesto yung Pangulo who won by landslide, no? Pero ang problema ay na sa political opposition, wala silang matinong leader.
Mhm.
Wala silang credible leader.
Mhm.
In fact, this is best manifested in the last election and they got
Mhm.
zero in the national
Mhm.
election. So yun ang problema nila. Plus, sabi ko nga sa mga kaibigan ko na nasa opposition, marami tayong kaibigan dyan eh. Because I once served as Secretary General of Action Democratico.
Mhm.
Sabi ko sa kanila, ang problema ninyo, ang ingay ninyo, ang gulo-gulo ninyo, leaderless kayo, pagkatapos you only represent 3% of the population. Saka makakita, you cannot dispose of a sitting president whose popularity rating over the last 4 years is 87%. No other president or prime minister in any country worldwide who has that kind of popularity and approval rating. So you have to wake up. Tapusin nyo na yung kalokohan ninyo. Saka naman nakakita, Rex, dito, mananawagan ng mass rally, ng political rally sa Twitter at sa Instagram. Wala pa naman akong alam na ano tawag ito. Tayo, dumaan tayo ng pagkabata, naging aktivista. Pag-aktivista ka, saldi ka.
Yeah, totoo.
Pero sa mo. Pero
Mhm.
sila ngayon, nagrarally sa Twitter.
Mhm.
Mariusep.
Mhm.
Ano bang mangyayari sa'yo? Para murag bayog ba ka nang hinayin mo ng katawanan ng
Mona. Anyway, Jay Sonsa, kaibigan naman natin si Presidente Digong Duterte because halos magkasabay ang edad natin. We were still in Davao City during a time. Anong maipaabot mo kay Presidente Digong Duterte sa pagkakataong ito? Especially nasa brink of pandemic tayo and political maneuver ng sa kabila. What do you think, Jay? Go ahead.
So far unaffected naman siya, no. Sabi nga niya in the last kahapon umarap siya sa bayan na the government is doing its honest best despite the limited resources. Ang hinihingi lang niya sa mga tao is yung cooperation, and I think by and large naman the great majority of the Filipino are supporting, except sa mga pasaway sa, alam mo naman, sa mga urban centers, mga blighted areas. So, ang ano lang naman talaga rito is, kailangan lang talaga magtyaga. Unang-una, wala tayong vaccine. Pero ang kagandahan lang sa Pilipinas, marami tayong mga unsung heroes dito. Marami ang may mga nadidiscovering mga gamot na maaaring makabigay sa ito. So, hindi pa sila lumalabas ng kanilang decision after last night. We will find out siguro within the day whether they will start using some of the medical cocktails which have saved a lot of HIV and SARS patients in the past, no?
Mga
At
herbs.
saka may mga antibodies na magagaling pa rin yung mga natitirang microbiologists natin sa RITM, Research Institute of Tropical Medicine. So we are hopeful na malalagpasan natin ito. Ang prayers namin sa pamilya, because we know that our president is already aged, medyo may edad na, saka may konti na karamdaman. Sana malagpasan din niya, no? So we are praying for strength dahil ang buenas lang ng Pilipinas nagkaroon ng presidente ganito. Dahil kung hindi, palagay ko I join the many observations that if it were not Duterte who won the presidency, I think matagal na tayong in trouble dito sa Pilipinas.
Right.
So, highlight yan ang situation namin dito.
Yeah.
At mang-out na sa itong mga kaisunan sa ubang kapit na magpabilin silang strong, healthy, dahil ito po'y pandaigdigang problema. At ang wag nating kakalimutan ay magdasal.
Magdasal. Agree. Mhm. Mga kaibigan, malaki po naman ang kagalakan ko na kasama po natin si paring Jay Sonsa. I used to call him Joe sa panahon namin in Davao and in Manila. Magkasabay po kaming nagtrabaho po sa broadcast industry and siya po, si Jay Sonsa ay laging nagliliyab dito po naman sa PHLB Radio. And siya po naman ay kasama natin for the past few minutes and sana po ay nasyang kayo na nakita niyo na naman ang inyong idolo sa Melan J and sa DZMM ABS-CBN Manila, si Mr. Jay Sonsa. Kindly give us your last final words, Jay. Kuya Jay, go ahead.
Well, unang-unang karangalan kung makautusan dila ka, isa sa mga mas senior sa amin. Marami ako natutunan sa iyo nung magkakasama pa tayo sa DXRA sa Rizal Memorial College of Broadcasting.
Oy, nanonood si si Mrs. Evelyn Abiliera Magno and Miss Edna Abiliera, pati si Erlinda Odang Magbanwa Abiliera.
Sana naglalagi ngayon si Ma'am Evelyn.
Nasa California. Lagi kaming nagkausap.
Well, kumusta lang po sa inyo? Yan ang hindi ko masabi. Kung meron ang Maynila, may Evelyn Abiliera
Magno.
So, walang kakupas-kupas ang beauty niyan.
All right.
Pero maraming salamat sa iyo, Rex, at kumusta na lang po sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan. Ingat po kayo dyan, lalong-lalo na sa mga nasa tri-state ng New York, sa Connecticut, at New Jersey. Nandiyan kasi mga kapatid ko, mga pamangkin ko, Rex. Sa mga nandiyan po sa Houston, Texas, mga pamangkin ko riyan, at mga kamag-anak ko dyan sa Las Vegas, kumusta na rin po kayo. And of course, to the people of Culver City, dyan sa San Diego, sa Southern California, sa Orange County, sa inyo po lahat, have a blessed day ahead of you.
Salamat, Jay Sonsa. Laging nagliliyab po naman dito sa PHLB Radio The Monitor. Isa po siya sa mga tinatalagang membro po ng International League of Broadcasters. Kami po naman ay nagagalak at kami po ay very proud na naging panauhin po natin si Jay Sonsa dito pa naman sa PHLB The Monitor.
Hello guys, good morning. This is Leo B from our workplace. The gentleman left to me, this is Reagan Velasquez.
Hey guys.
Hey you guys. We're people who are actually working out here at the emergency room in one of our hospitals here. I just want to say thank you for staying home and thank you for following all the directives to keep safe. Again, you guys are the frontliners. We are not. Frontline fight is out there, folks. As long as you guys stay well, we're gonna be okay. Say something.
Like Leo said, again, I just want to say thank you for everybody for doing your part as well. As you all know, this is not just us healthcare workers. This is everybody around us. This is a fight for everybody. And we just want to thank you for your support and continue what you guys are doing. It's really helping us out as far as our patient load here and as far as patient coming in here with the coronavirus. So it's really helping us a lot. So thank you so much.
All right, folks, take it easy out there, and thank you for listening to us, and PHLV Las Vegas, #1.
Stay safe.
This is PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor, looking globally at the periscope of the latest situations amid the COVID-19 pandemic. PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor.
Ang The Monitor po naman ay minsan pa na bumabalik po naman sa Himpapawid upang kayo po naman ay mapaglingkuran. Sa pagkakataong ito ang mga International League of Broadcasters all over the Philippines, and yung po naman mga broadcasters natin na nasa iba't ibang bahagi po ng mundo ay ginigising po natin sapagkat nais pa namin makapaglingkod sa inyo. Isa pa naman sa mga professional League of Broadcasters na nanggagaling pa naman sa Kabisayaan or Cebu, Philippines ay walang iba po kundi ang ating pong kaibigan at kasamahan pa natin sa DYRC AM before, and then siya po naman ay nag-host ng programa po naman sa internet sa Tingog sa Subo or TSS in Cebu. Walang iba kundi po naman si Dr. Fe Del Rosario. Pero babanggitin ko po ang kanyang middle name, Dr. Fe Clarin Del Rosario. Magandang araw sa inyo, Dr. Fe.
Hello Rex. Good day. Magandang araw naman sa lahat na nakikinig all around the world. And I hope everybody's doing fine as well as we are all staying home. No, sana lahat ay there in their homes comfortably with their family and doing some chores for a change, di ba?
Masaya po kami, Dr. Fe Clarin Del Rosario, na kasama po namin kayo
Gawin
sa
mo na lang, Fe,
PHLB.
Rex.
Yeah.
Fe na lang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doc Fe, by the way, pangalan po ni Doc Fe sa radio before and until now is Iron Lady.
Right. And it's you who gave me that name, huh?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I
thanks
appreciate
for
that. At maghahatid po kami ng overview sa inyo. Developments in Cebu and likewise in the other parts of the Visayan region. Si Fe po naman ay maghahatid po sa atin ng mga information na hindi nakakasakit. Kundi yung bang palagay natin nakakapagbigay ng inspirasyon sa mga frontliners natin at sa mga local government units, sa ating po namang local government leaders, mayoral, palagay natin sa mayoral, vice mayor, and then the other parts of the lalawigan ng Cebu and the governor of Cebu. Kindly go ahead, Dr. Fe.
Yes. In general, Rex, dito sa Cebu, there is more on, as we go by the enhanced community quarantine
ECQ.
law,
Mhm.
yeah, as we go along with that, there's more on the obedient side of the Cebuanos than those who are pasaway, diba? There's always like that. And I would like to commend and salute to our lady governor here in Cebu province. She really does a lot of discipline thing, huh?
Kindly
Some
mention
of
her
them-
name. Kindly mention her name.
Governor Gwen Garcia. Hello, ma'am. I salute to you the way you discipline your people.
Mhm.
I'm a mother and I would say
Mhm.
some kids really need spanking more than talking. So it's sad that there are people who are no longer kids that needs to be spanking, di ba?
Mhm.
So
Okay.
ma'am, thank you. And although hindi mo lang alam na meron ding mga pasaway na barangay officials, you should take a look at that because some of us here, kami din dito, we're not able to receive that promise from the government aid. But then again, mostly nakakuha sila, but promises should not be made just to be broken, Rex, especially politicians.
Copy.
You know, people are so hot-headed nowadays because of the situation now.
So,
Most of the works are shut down. Diba? Yeah.
Dr. Fe, what is your observation on the, particularly sa pagbibigay ng mga support, food, financial, para po naman sa mga constituents ng City of Cebu and the Province of Cebu?
Okay. I'd like to talk
Mhm.
more on the city of Cebu, the barangay per barangay, ha.
Okay.
Here in our barangay in Guadalupe, it's not really that good, Rex.
Mhm.
The system is not good, but I'd like to commend that barangay Sambagdos, where a
Mhm.
friend of mine is there. They
Mhm.
were really given the 25 kilos rice and 20 canned goods and
Mhm.
5 pieces of bihon, packs of
Mhm.
bihon.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sige niya, why can the rest of the barangay give that when lahat naman siguro binigyan ng mga ganun ka the same
Mhm.
amount of what you call that of support from the local government to per
Mhm.
barangay to distribute,
Ration.
diba?
Ration. Yeah.
That's a question. But
Mhm.
then again, it will boil down to how the mayor instructed everybody.
Mhm.
I do respect our mayor a lot. He's a very
Mhm.
good guy, a
You
very
can mention the
respectable one.
mayor of Cebu.
Governor Eduardo Labella
Mayor.
and
Mayor
Mayor, yeah,
Eduardo.
sorry, Mayor
Mhm.
Eduardo Labella, and he's a
Mhm.
very good man.
Mhm.
Yung mga barangay officials lang na pasaway, Rex,
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
really doing some not good things here. But meron din namang okay, but more on, I could say more on the big barangays. I would like to think na baka hindi nila na kaya nag door to door because we are big. Guadalupe is big. You should have a system, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Pag election may system
Mhm.
naman, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, and yeah, yes, Rex.
Mhm. And by the way, Dr. Fair, you mentioned about the different barangays in Cebu City alone, but you don't have any developments in the south and northern part of Cebu. Let's talk about the hospitals.
Uh-huh.
How Chongwa, Vicente Soto, the other hospitals are doing for the patients naapektuhan ng COVID-19 in Cebu City. Go ahead, please.
Mhm. I had an experience some few weeks ago that
Mhm.
our neighbor just
Mhm.
collapsed. So ito na ano siya sa hospital sa Sibudok. Um, she was attended to
Mhm.
very well, but
Mhm.
then again, everything was seen na
Mhm.
normal pala. It's because of the
Mhm.
heat. Yeah,
Mhm.
na-collapse siya. So,
Mhm.
but hindi siya na what you call that, na discharge because
Mhm.
they were waiting for the kits to be available for her to be
Mhm.
tested. So there goes.
Mhm.
'Di ba? Meron palang mga episodes na wala talagang testing kits.
Mhm.
So the patients are forced to stay in the hospital
Mhm.
for nothing. And
Mhm.
you know, the
Mhm.
the bill is clicking, Rex.
Yeah, I know.
That's the
So,
downside.
meaning, the testing kits are not distributed properly in Cebu City.
That was some 2 weeks ago. I don't know now
Mhm.
when
Mhm.
there are a lot of kids already coming from outside
Mhm.
of Cebu.
Mhm. Mhm.
It just saddens me na ganun pala. Good thing my auntie has money to pay the bills. Ay,
How
paano
about
yung
those who
wala?
cannot?
Oh,
Who
oh,
cannot?
yeah, that's it. Oh,
Mm.
then um, the latest, but she already went out because she's, I know she's what you call it. She's negative. Thank God,
Mhm.
she's negative.
Mhm. Mhm.
And lately,
Mhm.
the latest now is that there's a certain sitio in that barangay Barrio Luz, sitio
Barrio
Sapat,
Luz.
yeah, Barrio Luz,
Mhm.
barangay Barrio
Mhm.
Luz, somewhere in near Ayala.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
uh, there's the sitio there is named Zapatera. There's
Zapatera.
another, yeah, there's another barangay Zapatera, kaya, no?
Yeah.
But
Right.
then this is sitio Zapatera. It has three
Mhm.
positives.
Mhm.
Actually, na-lockdown talaga sila. And I saw in the press con of our mayor last night that he
Mhm.
is really allocating real food, not
Mhm.
real food, sorry,
Mhm.
a lot
Mhm.
of food for this barangay constituents for them
Mhm.
not to go out. I hope things will be okay. I mean, I hope things are really done the way it was said,
Yeah.
because these people are just contained there. They
Mhm.
cannot go out for food.
All right. In Cebu, most of the patron they're looking at is Senor Santo Niño. And
Uh-huh.
there was a parade
Yeah.
done in Cebu. What was the situation and what's the scenery on that particular occasion?
The procession. The
Uh-huh.
procession.
Yeah, the procession.
Yeah, it was made. It was done like March. I forgot the date. March 3 or
Mhm.
4, the day
Uh-huh.
1.
Mhm.
And at first, Santo Niño went to where most because there's a certain route, diba, Rex? There's a certain route of the procession every
Right.
year.
You're
Yeah,
right.
he
Mhm.
he went more than the route. Like
Mhm.
the first, I saw the second day. I did not see the first day. I saw the second. It
Mhm.
really broke me into tears. I cannot explain why. Because
Mhm. Mhm.
um, he passed by my clinic.
Your
He passed by
clinic.
my clinic. Yeah,
Your
and
clinic.
I
As a
really missed.
dentist. As a dentist.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
yeah.
your
And
dental clinic. Yeah, right.
yeah, he passed by there, and
Mhm.
I cannot explain why I really broke into tears. And um, maybe because of gratefulness, because I
Mhm.
felt like I'm blessed. And he
Right.
went around
Mhm.
alone pa to ha,
The
along that
Fuente in the
Fuente,
area.
going
Mhm.
to Escario, to
Escario,
Lahu, to
Lahug,
Mabolot, the
Mabolo.
whole city
Mhm.
actually.
Mhm.
Then
Nice.
I saw a friend
Mhm.
told me on the first day he
Mhm.
went to the pier area, the
Mhm.
ports,
The
the
forts,
ports. Yeah,
like how do you call it?
pier
Pier
one, two, three,
Uno, Pier
dos y
Dos,
tres.
Pier Tres in Cebu
Yeah,
City. Right.
yes. Then there was the next days I saw
Mhm.
another heartwarming scene was when he went to the hospitals
Mhm.
in Mandaue, where there's a lot
Mhm.
of cases there. And
Mhm.
most of those frontliners went out and they waved and they made the sign of the cross, and some of them cried. It really, how I wish I could be one to help them. Diba?
And
That's
this
the outside.
procession came from the Cathedral of
No,
Santo
from
Niño, right?
the Basilica del
The
Santo Niño
Basilica. All
Church.
right. Okay.
Uh,
Copy on that.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And it will start like 7 o'clock. It started like 7 o'clock in the morning. Then it went out the city of Cebu, going to Mandaue, to
Hmm.
Lapu-Lapu, to the airport,
Wow.
to all the big
Hmm.
hospitals. He really blessed everybody. I mean, and one thing nice, so, which is not so good also, nobody went out. So many, meaning everybody really stayed at home.
Uh-huh.
It's so sad that it's only Santo Niño walking around the streets, which is
Hmm.
a different thing when during his sinulog time when everybody's going out and celebrating.
And it's
But
accompanied by the leaders of the church, right?
yeah, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
two patrol motorcycles,
Mm-hmm.
and the one who records it,
Mm-hmm.
the one who goes in front. But in the 8th or 9th or 7th, there were already a lot who went with him. But
Nice.
naka-cars.
Mm-hmm.
Naka-cars.
Uh-huh. Okay, on the other side of the coin, dito naman tayo, Doc Fe, sa curfew. Is it,
I love it.
huh?
I love it.
Yeah? The
Yeah,
curfew would let the kids stay home and
correct.
have dinner with the whole family, worship
Yeah.
the whole family,
Do the
prayers in the whole
chores.
family, chores with the whole family.
Mhm.
What do you think about it? Is it
I
being implemented?
I could see most of my friends in FB
Mm,
are my colleagues, and my patients outside the country also. They're doing that. I mean, they're praying together, they're eating together, and they're doing the chores together, and they're staying home. I could say that there are still a lot of pasaway Rex, and it's really being punished by the government. You could see that, diba? And how our government punishes them because they
right.
deserve it.
Mm,
You cannot understand what's curfew,
mhm,
diba? Dapat you should
mhm,
know. And this
mhm,
I only pity those senior citizens, Rex, because
mhm.
they are also the ones 24/7 should be on curfew.
Right.
diba?
Mhm.
So some of them doesn't have anybody in their home with,
Mhm. Mhm.
so they have to go out to buy their medicines.
So
And
what's the reaction of the governor, Gwen Garcia of Cebu province, on that particular aspect?
which one? The one that
The
doesn't
pasaway, the pasaway.
uh, I
Some people they don't follow instructions from the local government.
at talagang
Mm,
na ano na what you call that na
mm,
arrested. They were really arrested.
yeah.
And it's one I saw one of the press cons that they were really interviewed why.
Mhm,
And so, last night or yesterday, there were
mhm,
some groups who
mhm.
were arrested because they were drinking, they were celebrating, and they were using only one glass. My God, Rex. Only
Wow,
using one glass, and
wow,
that's beyond
wow,
hygiene, right?
wow, wow,
And
wow.
secondly, there's a liquor ban here.
Mhm, mhm,
The whole Philippines, I think. Yeah.
mhm,
And so that's another uh, violation of the law.
mhm. And the governor of the province of Cebu was so angry
Hmm.
about those people who'd like to go to the beach and make a lot of ligo and swim on Easter Sunday.
Yeah. They would also say na the COVID will not stay in a very hot place like in the beach. So
Mm.
Governor Gwen said, okay, you can go there, but don't go back. I mean, just stay inside, which is right, right? Oh, but then there were already some blockage in the
Mhm,
entrances
mhm,
of the beach
mhm.
houses, Rex. So
Okay.
there are still people who can
Mm,
go inside. I don't know how.
yeah. Mm. On the other hand, how is business doing in Cebu? Di pa ba bumabalik yung business in Ayala, in downtown and uptown Cebu? What do you think?
Mhm. It's only the grocery stores are open, the
Mm,
pharmacies,
mm,
the money changers, and the money how do you call that? Money padala people. I mean, stores are open. These are I think the necessary things to be done every day. I mean, that's necessary for life to go on every day. The clinics, the dental clinics, the medical clinics are really closed because only emergencies has to be taken care of.
right.
Actually,
Mm,
Rex, I really don't like consultation over the phone,
mm,
consultation over video cams,
right.
whatever.
Mm,
But now I have to embrace that because a
mm,
directive coming from our Philippine Dental Association, Mother
mm, mm,
Association, said it's better to do that than to be infected because we're dealing with saliva and spit and splurge and everything, so we
right.
have to do that, and it's doing well. The FDA issued a memorandum that the pharmacies can accept prescriptions virtually.
Right.
So I will write
Mm,
my prescription, take a picture, and send it to my patient, and
mm,
he or she can buy already the antibiotics that's needed.
mm. Well, we appreciate your company here, Dr.
My
Fe
pleasure,
Clarin de
Rex.
Rosario.
Thank you.
And at least you gave us a bird's eye view of
Yeah.
what is happening in Cebu City and a little bit of the province of Cebu, like Mandawi City, the outlying areas in Lapu-Lapu City, Talisay City. And marami kasing city ang Cebu na ngayon.
Yeah.
For the information of our viewers and listeners po naman sa PHLV Radio The Monitor. Si Dr. Fe De Rosario is a member of the International League of Broadcasters po. And nagpapasalamat po kami sa kanya na binigyan po tayo ng pagkakataon na magbibigay po naman si Dr. Fe De Rosario ng kanyang overview about her area, especially Cebu City and the outlying areas in the city like Talisay, Mandawi, Lapu-Lapu, and maybe a little bit of Consolacion. And one thing, how is the business in Pasil and in the wet markets around the area surrounding your area, Dr. Arfe, and the Buwad the dried
Fish.
mango, the dried
Okay.
fish.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
Actually, I saw pictures in Facebook about that benignit thing. The benignit.
What
That
is benignit? What is benignit in Tagalog? What is benignit in English? Huh?
My gosh.
Huh?
Okay. My kids call benignit like
Mhm.
hot halo-halo, Bob. Rex, sorry. Hot halo-halo. And
Just for the
it's
Easter.
always
Just for the
Huh?
Easter. Huh?
no, not for the Easter
But for every
celebration,
day.
but no,
Mm.
for the Holy Week celebration.
For the
one.
Holy Week celebration.
Yeah, for
Mm.
Holy Thursday and Friday. It's
Mm.
always been the one that our parents cook during that time.
Yeah.
And all the ingredients there are supposed to be cheaper in Carbon market.
What
So
happened
everybody's
now?
flocking there.
So what happened?
Everybody's flocking.
Mm.
So
What
that's it.
happened? Mm.
What happened? Everybody's flocking there, and there's somebody who got the picture, and I don't know. I think our governor got angry, or there were some sanctions. But good thing, huh? There's no positive yet. I hope there's none.
Yeah,
That
we're
was
happy for that.
reported. Yeah,
We're
that
happy
was
for that.
reported. We could sense, Rex, that really hot environment really weakens the COVID-19 virus.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
So it's very hot here in the Philippines. You
Mhm.
could just imagine 33, 35 degrees
Yeah.
Celsius.
Mhm.
It's very hot. But we're embracing that because of this, what's happening
So
now.
you're hoping for no rain para laging sunny ang Cebu. Alam mo naman ang Cebu, it's a lot of rocks all around. It's a rock island, diba? Ang Cebu City. Bueno.
Although
Mhm.
we still wanted rain, Rex, because we have a little water left. Most of the cities, most of the parts of the cities doesn't have water supply in the morning, mostly during dawn, during evening, which is a sign already that we really
That's
lack
what you
water.
need. That's what you need. Water and rain. Bueno mga kaibigan, mabuhay po kayo mga kababayang walang kaba. Dito po naman magwawakas ang ating palatuntunang The Monitor sa PHLV Radio ng Las Vegas, Nevada. Pakinggan po natin si Dr. Fe Clarin de Rosario sa kanyang pamamahalam. Last kind words, please, Dr. Fe.
Kind. Thank you, Rex. You're so kind for having me here at PHLV. I'd like to tell everybody to please take good care of yourselves. Take all the food supplements that you can see. You can think of. Drink a lot of water to wash out the toxins, the extra supplements that you don't need. And please love your dentist for being absent during this time, these hard times, because we are sacrificing our income just for the sake of everybody and for your sake. You can always get in touch with them. Yes, you can always get in touch with them through your video calls, messengers, Vibers, and you can have the consultations for free. That's it, for free. And that's for the COVID time. And I hope people will really go back to their dentist when this will be over and do the normal thing that you can do with. Okay. Thank you, Rex.
Thank you, Dr.
More
Fe
power.
Clarin de Rosario. Kami po naman nagbigay po ng overview at mga situationer po naman sa ating bansang Pilipinas via Cebu. Kasama po natin ang membro po naman ng International League of Broadcasters, Dr. Fe Clarin de Rosario. Nagpupugi po naman sa lahat ng mga Pilipino. Mabuhay po kayo, mga kababayang walang kaba. Ito po naman inyong lingkod sa PHLV Radio The Monitor. Abang lingkod, Rex Ricarte. Salamat po.
This is PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor, looking globally at the periscope of the latest situations amid the COVID-19 pandemic. PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor.